Our session today is mainly about IELTS listening test. We will know what the test has, what type of questions do you see in the IELTS listening test, and we will get to know the techniques for getting the highest score you can get from the first time you have the test. So without any further ado, let me share screen to you and let's get started. And before we start, I'd like to say thank you for everyone who joined on time. Number one, this is the IELTS listening test. Number one, this is the presentation for the IELTS listening test, the techniques, the format of the test itself, the type of questions which you will have, and some sample questions for the IELTS listening test. And later on, we will have a look at a sample test for IELTS to just to practice the different techniques which I'm explaining right now. Okay, if you please, as you know, if you have any questions, just use chat here in Zoom, I mean, not in WhatsApp, not in Facebook, just use Zoom. If you have any questions, just drop your questions here. So again and again, Arwa, we will study IELTS listening test. Okay, let's get started. Number one, IELTS listening. Guys, for the IELTS listening, as you see here, fill the blank questions. In the IELTS test, you have 40 questions. All of them are all about fill the blank, whether you have choices or you use your own words. Number one, test overview. The overview of the test, we have sections 1, 2, 3, and 4. What do I mean, guys? I mean we have 4 sections in the IELTS. For each section, you have 10 questions. Let me repeat that again. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have 4 sections in the IELTS listening test. Section 1, 10 questions. Section 2, 10 questions. Section 3, 10 questions, and section 4, 10 questions. I mean, you will have all in all, you will have the number total of 40 questions in the IELTS listening test. Now, section 1. Section 1, guys, is about social needs. And we will have examples soon about each one, but let's have a look at the overall view of the IELTS listening test. Number 1, social needs, task 1, and it is a conversation between two speakers. We have two speakers talking about social needs. Number 2, again, social needs, but it is a speech by one speaker. So what's the difference between 1 and 2? Section 1, you have two speakers, and section 2, you have one speaker only. And both of them are about social needs. Section 3, again, 10 questions as usual. It's about educational, something related to homework, school, subjects, university, educational or training courses, for example. It's a conversation again between 2, 3, maximum 4 speakers. Section 4, again 10 questions as usual. It's academic subject. And we have a speech by one speaker. So before I move on now, if you please, let's review what I told you. So how many, you can use chat here in Zoom to type the answer, please. How many questions do we have in the IELTS listening test? If you please drop the answer to chat, I need just to make sure you know what I've already told you about. Yes, please, write down the answers in chat. How many questions do you have in the IELTS listening test? Yeah, 40. Only one answer. Only Arwa. Hello, wake up, please. Hello, I need everyone to take part in the session, please. Right? So we have 40 questions in the IELTS listening test. Good, good. I have many answers now. How many sections are there in the IELTS listening test? How many sections? Only 2 answered. Reem, Habiba, Abdurrahman. Huh? Yes. How many sections? Yes, 4 sections. You are absolutely right. Perfect. Thank you. Thanks so much. Now let's move on to the next part. Section 1. How many speakers? Section 1. That one, please. How many speakers are there? Section 1. How many speakers? Yes, absolutely right. We have 2 speakers in section 1. Section 2. How many speakers? Yes, perfect. 1 speaker. Section 3, how many speakers? Yes, 2, maybe 2, not only 3, maybe 2, 3 or 4. Okay? Now, last one, section 4, how many speakers? Yes, 1. How many questions in each section? Yes, perfect, perfect, perfect. Thank you. We have 10 questions in each section. Thank you. Thanks so much. In some cases, guys, I will invite you to unmute, right? So that I will just follow up with you, okay? Thank you. Let's move on here, if you don't mind. Now let's have more details about section 1 and section 2, okay? Section 1, guys, in the IELTS listening test, in the first section, there is a conversation between 2 speakers. We have 2 speakers. For example, they talk about travel arrangements, they talk about booking accommodation, they talk about decisions on a night out. Very simple and very easy topics. This is section 1. Again, we have 2 speakers. They talk about everyday conversation, very simple topics like travel arrangements, booking accommodation, decisions, very simple topics. Let's move on to section 2. Section 2 here is a monologue. Monologue means a speech by one person. It will be set in an everyday social context again. For example, a speech about student services on a university campus or arrangements for meals during a conference. Very simple, but again, a speech by one person, one speaker only. Section 3 and 4. Section 3 is a conversation between 2, 3, maybe 4 speakers. It's about school, university, assignments, homework, research. Let me admit some people here. Thank you. Thanks a lot for all who joined us. Okay, thank you. Section 3 is a conversation between up to 4 speakers. For example, a conversation between tutor and a student about an assignment, homework, or between 3 students planning a research project. Okay, last one, section 4. The final part is another monologue. It's a monologue, one speaker, a speech by one speaker. It's a lecture or a talk of general academic interest, such as a university lecture by a professor. Now, guys, you know, in listening, let me stop the share for a minute or two. Okay, thank you. Good, 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 perfect. Okay, guys, why did I stop the sharing screen? Just in general, guys, if we answer a listening test, it's a mistake if you insist on listening to every single word in the listening file. No, you only listen to answer the questions. You only listen to get the answers. You don't listen to everything. It's a big mistake you may do. You only listen to get the answers. So it's a mistake again If you skip reading the questions, guys, you should start with reading the questions. You know why? So that you know why you are listening. Okay, now let me stop here again. If anything is not clear, just please ask me now before I move on. Go ahead, it's your time now. If you have any questions, please go ahead. Use chat or raise your hand so that I can unmute you if you would like to talk. Okay, so Arwa said it's okay. Yes, hello guys, everyone please. Omar, Amr, Rana, Omar, Sameh, everyone please. Yes, go ahead. Type yes or no if you have any questions. Don't only listen, please. Yes, Ahmed said no. Yes, who else? Who else, please? Rabia, Heidi. Yes, Ahmed, go ahead. Is it Ahmed? Ahmed Adil? Yes, Ahmed, go ahead. Type it, please. Okay, so let's move on to our shared screen. Now, I need to know the strategies by which I can get the highest score in the IELTS listening test. This is very, very important. Number one, listen carefully because I will ask you to do a test this evening. Number one, read the instructions carefully and skim the questions quickly before the recording starts and during the 30 seconds given. Number one, you read the instructions. I mean, he will ask you, write no more than one word, write no more than two words. You should know the instructions. You should know how many words you are asked to write. You should know whether you are asked to write a number, a letter, should write a word or two words, and so on. When do you do that? Before the recording starts. Don't wait till the recording starts to get what to do. You will get confused. You will not know what to do. Okay, next. As you do this, while I'm skimming the questions, I'm reading the questions, what should I do? I should underline the keywords before and after the blank line. I will underline the keyword before and after the space. Why? They will help you get the answer. During listening, now before you listen, you read the instructions, you underline the keywords, the most important words in the listening test. Then while listening, what should you do? During the listening, they will not use the same words. No, they will use synonyms for these keywords. Teacher, I don't understand. Very simple. If you read the word huge in the paper, he will not say huge. He will say tremendous, very big, massive. If you read the word very small, he will not say very small. No, he will say tiny, for example. So he will not use the same words, right? So during the listening, they will use synonyms for these keywords and connect the answer to these keywords that come before and after the blank line. That's why, guys, I asked you to underline these keywords before and after the blank line. Let's move on to number 4. If you are in section 1, this is very simple. Try to work out what you are going to hear. Decide what you need to listen for and look out for question words like where, who, which. Indicate you should listen for specific things like places and people. What do I mean? I mean if you have questions 1 to 5, for example, you should know whether you will write a name, place, country, a number, price, how much. You should guess which type of word you need to write down in the sheet of paper. This will help you to focus while listening. Why? Because you will hear the listening only once. The audio file will not be repeated. Now, listen to the introduction given carefully. He will talk to introduce the topic to you. You should listen carefully to that. You should answer the questions as you listen, not after. If you wait till the audio file is over, I can promise you that you will forget everything. No, you should answer while listening, not after. If you wait, you will not be able to do anything, right? So the answers will be given in, listen carefully, in the same order as the questions, although they may be expressed differently. This is very important. Guys, you have the questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He will answer these questions in order. He will answer number 1, then number 2, number 3, in order, right? He will not jump from 10 to 1, from 9 to number 3. No, he will go in order. He will answer number 1, then he will answer number 2, and so on. But he will not use the same words as the words you see in the listening test. Let me show you an example here. This is the last book on the IELTS from Cambridge, book 15, which is the last one. As you see here, he will answer number 1, then he will answer number 2, he will answer 3, then 4, 5, in order. This is very simple, but he will not use the same words. He will use different words. Why? This is listening test, comprehension, right? He needs to make sure that you understand what to do, not just giving you the exact words and the exact number. Of course, it will not be a test. It will be cheating. So here, he will move in order, but he will use different words. Okay, let's move on. Yes, this is our presentation. Yeah. Now, this is a sample for task 1. Look here, the space, room, seats, 1,000, cost. Oh yeah, here, what's that, guys? It means I need money here. I need to know how much money. Look, this is what I said. You need to guess what type of word, what kind of answer you need to get the full mark. And here, cost includes use of tables and chairs, and also you need to guess what word you need. Will need a space license, okay, in advance to arrange space. Of course, we will have samples to answer, but I'm just showing you how the test will look like. Again, here, you may have that one. Let me accept some new people here. Okay, thank you. Look here, take care not to harm any, not touch any, wear space, not bring space into the form with certain exceptions. I mean, he will answer number 11, then 12, then 13, then 14. But again, don't get bored. He will not use the same words. Okay, let's move on. Again, here, another form, 21, 22, and so on. He will go in order using different words. Again, look here, date. So you should get ready to hear a date and write it down. Time, you will get ready to hear time, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and write it down. You will get ready to write a place in number 8. Very simple, just be focused on what to do by preparing yourself before the audio file starts. Next. Now, let's again stop here for a few seconds before I move on. I just need to check you are ready for the coming part. Stop the share. Now, if you please, I need some of you to unmute. Raise your hand from reactions, please. I need you to unmute and tell me only one thing you've learned. Just one thing. Give me one sentence about what I told you, about anything. We have been here for a while. I just need you to tell me one thing you've learned from this session so far? Raise your hand, please, if you are ready. Yeah, I will let you now unmute yourself. Right? Okay. Yes, guys. Who Ahmed? Yes, who is it, please?
I'm Arwa.
Yes, Arwa, go ahead. What did we learn today, Arwa?
Like here, we have to read the instructions carefully.
Mm-hmm.
What he's saying on the question,
Mm-hmm.
and also like when he say like you have to write one word or three words, we have to like follow them.
Yes, perfect, Arwa. Yeah, what else, Arwa? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, like we have to read the questions carefully to like, and don't like when the audio finish, don't like start to wrote to answer the questions. No, when you are hearing the audio, like you can like when you hear the audio, you have to answer the question to don't forget when the audio is like when the audio finished, you like maybe you forget what the audio said.
Yes, perfect. Arwa, can I ask you, please, what grade you are in?
I'm grade 6.
Yes, perfect, Arwa. Thank you. Okay, guys, who can unmute now and tell us?
Mister, I have a question. Mister, I have a question.
Wait, slow down, please. Go ahead. What is the question?
The question is, when will be the quiz, and you're the one who will make the quiz, or
Which,
from the school?
which quiz?
The exam.
Which exam?
Didn't you tell that like there is a IEL quiz or IEL exam?
No, the IELTS exam is for those who want to join the university, who want to get a job or move to another country, but it's not related to school, right? And I don't work in Al Alsan school. If you're talking about Al Alsan, no, I'm in a different school. Okay. So guys, let's
Okay.
move on, please. Who would like to share some ideas, if you don't mind?
Okay, mute.
Yes, okay. Let's move on. Thank you. Let me share screen again. Okay, guys, now we have a general overview about the IELTS listening test. We need now to know how the examiner tests you. So now we have 8 standard traps. Number 1, sentence reordering. I mean, he gives you the same sentence, the same words, but he put the words in different order, not in the same order, right? 2, synonym language. For example, he will write huge and you will hear tremendous. You will hear very big. You will hear different words. Sentence number 3 is self-correction. What do I mean by self-correction? For example, if I ask Habiba, what will you do this morning, for example? She said, teacher, I will visit my uncle, I will play tennis. Then she corrects herself. Oh, teacher, I forgot, I'll do my homework. So maybe when you hear the answer at first, you go and write it down. No, you should wait because the speaker may correct himself. Okay? Next, delayed response. This is very important. Let me give you an example. Let's say I ask Amr, for example, Amr, what kind of food do you like? He will start talking about different types of food, and at last, he will tell me the answer. The answer comes late in the audio file. You should wait. You should hold on or hold your horses. Why? Because the answer may come later in the audio file. Next, exact language. If you see a question word and you hear it, it doesn't mean this is the correct answer. He may give you choice A, and you hear all words of a choice A. It doesn't mean it's the correct answer. You should make sure it did answer the question itself. Next, multiple options. He may give you many choices before he gives you the answer, right? Okay, can you please hold on because some people try to join us. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, yeah, it's okay now. It's okay. Positive, negative. You may not hear isn't, aren't, so you get confused between is, isn't, right? In rapid speech, you may not be able to get it. And provide all possible answers. You have A, B, C, and D. You hear all of them. You hear all choices, but only one is correct. Now, let me stop here for a while. I need to give you exam practice before I move on. So now, listen carefully, please. Please listen carefully. This is part A of the IELTS listening test. I'll explain it now, right? But let me now send it to you in chat here. Okay, just a minute. No, I'll send it to the WhatsApp group if you don't mind. If you please go to the WhatsApp group, download the sheet I'm sending now. Please download it now very quickly and send me a message if you have, please. Why? I will ask you to answer it now. Okay, yes, please. Go to the WhatsApp group, download the sheet now and type yes if you have downloaded that. Yes, let me wait for you to download it. Hello? Download the sheet, please. I sent to the WhatsApp group. Now, please. Okay, yes. No, download it. I didn't say print it. Okay, I said download it, right? Rana, I'm trying to send it here, but because it's a screenshot.
Mister, you meant the sheet of words instead of very?
No. Go to the WhatsApp group, please. I sent a
أيوة.
worksheet. Download it now. WhatsApp group about test 1, section 1.
Mister.
Test 1, section 1. Rimas,
No, Mister.
I didn't ask you to print it. I only asked you to download it. Where can you see it? It is in the WhatsApp group. Okay, let me share.
Could you please send the WhatsApp group?
I did send it to the WhatsApp.
No, nothing.
I just entered now.
Okay, no problem. Okay, guys, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Now, at least you can.
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Okay, sorry. Let me mute you all now. I'm sorry.
Mister, I can't.
Okay, guys, please. You can see my screen, right? At least you can screenshot my screen. So this is section 1 in the IELTS listening test. Let me read it. Number 1, as you know, we have 4 parts or 4 sections in the IELTS listening test. For each section, you have 10 questions, right? Look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. So, and this is test 1, listening, part 1, questions 1 to 10. This is what you should do. And then write that. Very, very important. Write one word and or a number for each answer. Guys, this is very important to understand. Write one word and or a number. What does it mean? It means it means you have 3 options. Number 1, you can write a word, only one word, or you can write a number, or you can write a word and a number. So we have 3 options here. You should understand the instructions carefully. If it says write one word and or a number, it means you should write one word. It's okay. One number. It's okay. One word and a number together, it's okay. But if you write 2 words, your answer is wrong. Okay, let's move on. Bankside Recruitment Agency. You should read that carefully. Then address of agency 497 East Side Block Lands. Now I need you now to use chat. Everyone, please use chat. Number one, name of agent Becky. What should we wait? What should we expect to write here? To here. Name of agent Becky. So should we wait for a number or what? For number one. Yes, Rana. Rana is right. We are waiting for a name, right? That's what I meant by try to expect what the answer is. Muhammad Gamal, you are right. Name, yes. Arwa, we are right. Guys, please, I'm sorry. I need everyone to take part. Let me ask you another one. So here, for number one, we need a name. Should you write it in a small or a capital letter? Small or a capital letter for number one? When I write, yes, capital. Guys, if you write the name in a small letter, your answer is wrong. It should be capitalized. Number two, best to call her, best time to call her in the, who can try to predict the answer here? Let me unmute, let me give you the time to unmute, but please only talk when nobody else is talking, right? So here, I need your answers, guys. Here, best to call her in the, who can expect or predict the answer?
Me.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. 2 o'clock, like 2 o'clock.
We cannot say that, Arwa. You know why? For time, we say at 8 o'clock, for example. But here we have in, so we cannot use it. Yes, guys, who can predict the answer?
In the afternoon?
Yes, perfect. You are Bishoy?
Yes.
Thank you, Bishoy. In the afternoon, what else, Bishoy, please? Go ahead. In the afternoon?
In the morning?
In the morning?
In the evening?
In the evening? Excellent, Bishoy. Perfect. So here, guys, we try to predict what the answer is, right? Number three, go ahead. Clerical and admin roles, mainly in the finance industry, must have good space skills. Good what?
Me. Can I mean?
Go ahead.
Main skills.
Again, please.
3 main skills.
Good. We know if you say 3 main, how many words?
3 what?
No, you said 2 words here. No, wrong. You should write only 1 word. So, guys,
Main.
you said
May I
3
answer?
main. These are 2 words. We need 1 word only. Bishoy, what can we have here?
Leadership skills?
Sorry?
Leadership?
Leadership, yes. Leadership. What else? Bishoy, everyone, we can say computer skills, office skills, communication skills,
Main.
personal skills, main skills. Excellent, perfect. You are right. Bishoy, Ahmed, Abdurrahman, guys, you should be able to predict what the answer will be. Why? Because you may hear what you have already predicted, and you will be ready to get it. Let's move on. Jobs are usually for at least one. If you please unmute and give me your idea. Anyone, please go ahead. Jobs are usually for at least one. Yes.
Person.
One person, maybe. Okay, Yusuf. Good. What else? 1 month.
One student.
1 year, but too much.
1 week.
1 week, 1 month, right? Okay, next. Pay.
1 day.
Okay, now number 5 is very easy. Pay is usually space per hour. What should I expect to hear here? A word or a number?
A number.
A number.
Yes, very easy. Number. Why? Because we have here the currency. You have it here. Next, where, you know where, right? When you put on clothes, okay? wear a space to the interview? What can the
A
answer
suit.
be? Again?
Suit.
A suit.
Suit,
suit.
excellent, suit, very good. What else?
Mask.
Okay, maybe, yeah, because of coronavirus, Bishop. Maybe wear a mask, all right, to the interview. Your idea is perfect. Okay, number 7. By the way, only 5 or 6 of you are taking part. I need everyone to answer, please. 7, must bring your space to the interview. Your
Tie.
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 Yeah, maybe
Your
tie.
file,
Tie.
CV.
Your CV,
Your
excellent.
document.
Your document, excellent.
Your
Your
flash.
your
Flash.
flash, maybe your passport, your ID. Okay, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 8, they will ask questions about each applicant. The applicant, guys, is the person who wants to get the job. They will ask questions about
Documents.
applicants.
People.
Yes.
CV.
Yeah,
Background.
documents.
Background,
People.
excellent. Background, document.
CV.
CV,
Maybe.
good. CV, good. What else?
Overview.
Overview, perfect.
Overview.
Yes, you are right, Yusuf. Maybe experience, right? Maybe career.
Skills. Yeah, skills.
Abdurrahman, you are right. Skills, excellent. Guys,
Yeah.
what are we doing now? We are trying to what? To predict
Yes.
the answer, to guess the answer. Why? Because you will not have much time in listening. Because you will hear the audio file how many times? Once. It will not be repeated. Next, number 9. The space you receive at the interview will benefit you.
Document.
Information, excellent. iPhone, what's your name, please? Okay, information, what else?
Advice.
Advice, excellent, Bishoy. Bishoy, give me another word for advice. Feed.
Feedback.
Yes, right. Feedback, right? Advice, feedback, comment, guys. You can say comments. Okay, number 10. Less space is involved in applying for jobs. Less what? Mistakes, maybe. Okay, guys, please. I need you, all of you, to answer me here.
Skills.
Wait,
Skills, I think, right?
just a minute. You said skills and iPhone. What's your name,
Or
please?
experience.
I need to mention your name.
Information.
Wait, guys. Can we say skills here in number 10? Yes or no?
No.
No,
No.
Why?
because you need more skills, not less skills.
No.
Like you're
Have
applying for
a
job.
look at number 10, please.
Because he is talking about jobs.
No.
Oh yeah, it's singular.
No, because it's saying
Excellent.
less.
Bishoy, excellent. I don't know who else. Guys, it said is here. You must have a singular word. Someone is called iPhone. What's your name, please? iPhone?